So I just got back from seeing the last Mission Impossible movie in theaters, and if you're new to this channel, we do honest reviews. I'm not doing any crazy edits or clickbait to try to make you stay or watch. This is just me telling you guys like it is and if this movie's worth watching. I'll be going through what was good, what was bad, and we'll be giving my final ranking at the end of the video. If you like this type of normal content, consider subscribing. This movie was the single most insane piece of media I've ever consumed. I was debating even making this review as I don't even know what to really say, but after taking some time, here are my thoughts. You guys should first know that I'm a big Tom Cruise fan. While his movies aren't necessarily my all-time favorites, he does know how to make a fun theater experience, which is not a quality that I take lightly. I definitely appreciate his effort. Sure, his movies may not be densely written cinematic experiences, but they are fun and go really well with popcorn. However, for this movie, I felt none of that charm and fun that he usually brings. First of all, this movie is 3 hours long, and every scene is turned up to 11 and not in a good way. I honestly don't know how you direct a movie like this. It contains hundreds of 1 to 2 second shots, cutaways that show you what just happened 10 minutes ago, and glimpses into the future about a plan that we already know is going to go wrong and not play out how everybody thinks. The first 20 minutes are enough to check you into a mental facility. I felt like I was tripping out when watching it. Every 2 seconds was another line about how they must get to this exact location, but they can't unless they cut a specific wire at the same time they press a button across the world, except the AI entity knows that they'll do that, so they need to do the opposite to surprise it. It's just insane. Now, you may say that that type of nonsense is what makes the Mission Impossible movies great, and I tell you I agree. The stupid, high-stakes, impossible missions are what makes the movies fun when used correctly. However, in this movie, it's used in every scene. You can't even enjoy it because it's going 1,000,000 miles per hour per second per hour. This movie also makes the classic mistake of reminding us how much better movies used to be by showing a montage of Ethan Hunt's greatest hits, which is cool to see, but it's just funny how much better movies looked when they were shot on film. And hey, digital movies can look great, but this one certainly does not. There were also barely any stunts, which is so odd. I think there was more exposition than action, which again is insane because this movie was 3 hours long. The whole thing is that Tom Cruise is of course the only person on the planet that can save the entire human race. Well, him and his perfectly diverse crew. I mean, it just so happens that the one team that will save the world has a white guy, a black guy, an Asian girl, a British dude, and a white chick. I'm not even saying that to be political, it's just objectively funny. All the storylines were shockingly dull. It was genuinely blowing my mind. This is how they wanted to end the franchise. And again, you guys need to know I'm not judging this movie like it's The Godfather. I understand it's just Mission Impossible, which again is the reason why I like these movies because they're not that serious and I can enjoy just some amazing set pieces. However, this movie doesn't do that. If you didn't like Dead Reckoning, I can't imagine you'll like this movie at all. Now, I've been ranting here for a little bit, so if anyone is even still watching, I do want to say a few good things because this movie wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen, it just was the most insane. Obviously, seeing Tom Cruise do his own stunts never gets old. For this movie, he's hanging on top of an airplane while it's 10,000 feet in the air, and it's just awesome to watch. There also is another cool sequence where he's diving underwater, and even though it goes on for 10 minutes longer than it should, and even though they say if you make any sudden movements, everything will go wrong, and then the ship literally starts falling over. But anyway, it's still cool to see. It was a cool scene. But again, those cool sequences don't excuse the insanity of the rest of the movie. To be honest, I don't really know what else to say in this review. I would normally say a movie like this is not worth watching, but because this is the end of the Mission Impossible franchise, you should probably go see it. Just don't see it in IMAX because you're going to want those recliners for the 3 hours of your life. I'm giving this a 2.5 out of 5 stars, and here's my updated rankings for 2025. If you guys are curious, you could check out my Letterboxd, but let me know in the comments your rating and what you thought, and we could talk.